Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. I'm very pleased to introduce Ivan Ivanov, who's the founder of Uvecon and is the co-organizer of the Digital Week Online. I will give immediately the floor to Ivan in order to have an energy boost of information related to why, also in the field of startups, of innovation, of technology, digital, it is important to consider data protection and cybersecurity. So Ivan, who are you? What is Uvecon and what is the Digital Week Online, please?
Thank you, Andrea, for introduction. And yeah, let me briefly introduce who I am and like what is Uvecon and Digital Week Online. So Uvecon is a venture studio and consulting firm in Hong Kong. So what we do is simply we have two directions. So we helping startups to grow in Asia. And also we are helping them with investor relations. So this is like our main part. And Digital Week Online is our initiative. So we actually the organizers of Digital Week Online. And it's a global online event focused on technology, innovation, startups, and some like major industries like fintech, like blockchain, like deep technologies, like cybersecurity as well, and privacy. So we are doing this like two times per year, spring and autumn. So in 2020 we got like two successful events, and we are preparing for next one in March 2021. And we are happy to have Privacy Rules as a community partner and co-host in our like 2020 events.
Very pleased as well, Ivan, definitely for these. So thank you very much. And I know that you are too modest to say, so I'll do that, the Digital Week Online have been followed by thousands and thousands of experts, practitioners, hands-on investors and startuppers from multinational companies, from small realities with concrete elements to become the next unicorn. So it's really fascinating. You have created, so let me say congratulations for that.
Thank you, Andrea.
I believe that the main theme of today is, in fact, actually why privacy awareness, compliance, policies are important for startups. Why do they have to be considered by the creator of the startups and the planners of the startups? And also, why do they have to be considered by the investors in order to be sure that the investment is properly spent?
Yeah, I think it's a very important topic. And honestly speaking, I haven't thought about this like too deep before, but I'm in startup field since 2010, so it's more than 10 years already. So I have founded several startups in Russia, and then I moved to China and to Hong Kong. So also founded several companies and also participated in different projects. And it was always some kind of projects related to collection of users' data. So some kind of services. So an example in Russia, I had like education platform where tutors match with students, and then like we are collecting a lot of information as well from students and it was from tutors. So including, for example, their like education certificates, their passport data, their mobile phones, and like many others. And normally, like founders, when they're launching their project in particular market, for example, in their like home country, so what they want to grow fast, but they normally forget to think about like legal side of the project and the compliance with regulations. And what I see at this moment in Russia as well as in other countries in Europe with GDPR, in Hong Kong, in China, and Southeast Asia. So the regulations are becoming like more strict in case of data protection. So, and what I see right now, even from our portfolio companies. So, in example, we have one application, very fast growing application for pregnant women as our client. and they're growing very fast. So they started from Russia, then they expanded to US, Brazil, Asia, and then so of course they're collecting a lot of data regarding women, regarding like their pregnancy status and other things, even about like their families. And then so of course they must comply with all these kind of regulations from any location. And when I really checked like what's happening on their site, so I found several like mistakes in cases like privacy policies and other. So it's very interesting. So when I ask founders like whether they know, so they say yes, we know, but so we are too busy with like other things. And then I say like, do you know like that you can have a fine around like maybe $1 million? And so they say, oh, it's really important. So they focused their legal team on this question, and then like so I hope everything is clear right now. So this is also very important for venture investors, because for early stage investors, normally it's like business angels or like venture capital funds, maybe like not very big. And then so what they're normally they're looking into metrics of the startup. So, and an example, if the metrics are really good and startup is growing fast and like revenue and also like expansion in different markets. So what will happen with the startup if it will get like fine from some like government authorities in the locations they're present in? Yeah, so in early stage, normally startups get funding around like 500,000 or 1 million, like USD, or even less. And if they got the fine like 500,000, the same amount, so then they actually must close their business, and then investors will also lose all their like money. So that's why for venture capital investors, it's also very important to check what's happening on this side.
Very useful, I believe, and we need to be cognizant of the time, but it's very important on the basis of your wide experience that we can provide also some kind of advice to those in the audience. And I would try to focus on Russia and Hong Kong in particular, and Southeast Asia based on your location of activities.
Right.
Some key elements really in 1 minute on why and how those the startup ecosystems in these two areas have to be aware about privacy regulations.
So Russia is like a fast growing market in case of digital e-commerce, digital banking, and some kind of like applications. So it's really like developing, and the regulations, for example, in like 2000s and right now, so they are completely different. And so like data protection and data storage, for example, is a key element for startups to grow properly, because, for example, in Russia, so they require that like all personal data of Russian users must be stored in Russia on Russian servers. That's why they actually blocked LinkedIn in Russia, because LinkedIn rejected this. So they just blocked it. And so any kind of like data collection, so must be comply like with Russian regulations. So we always talking to our clients about this.
You allow me to interrupt you, Ivan, here, because I need to be really cognizant of the time. So if you agree, let's postpone the issue related to Hong Kong to one of our next episodes related to in the Digital Week Online context, or again in this format. So I invite everyone in the audience to follow us and Uvecon and the Digital Week Online on the respective platforms. We will disseminate information about what we are going to do together, and we will make sure that we will discuss specifically about Hong Kong and Southeast Asia and why startups have to be aware of privacy regulations and cybersecurity. Is that fine?
Yes, sure.
Excellent. So, spasibo, Ivan, and see you very soon again, everyone out there.
Welcome.
Thank you.